Hey everybody, I am Tremayne, and this is my review of the Get Out Blu-ray. Saw it in the theaters, and I got the Blu-ray as soon as it came out. And I think the main reason I did it is because of the alternate ending and deleted scenes, and also the commentary. Wanted to get in the mind of Jordan Peele and really see, why he did certain things. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the deleted scene and the, Get Out Blu-ray. And we're definitely going to, my main focus in this video is going to be talking about the alternate ending. So, with that out the way, if you haven't done so, please take a moment to like and subscribe my page, as well as check out my new web series, Tremayne's Detour. I'm going to put a 15-second promo so you can see my show. And then if you like it, go see it. It's YouTube's first interactive web series where you get to decide what the characters do. So will you make the right decisions and get to the end of the episode without getting killed? Or will you get killed before you make it to the end of the episode? Now, if you do make it to the end of the episode without getting killed, go back and choose the other endings and see how characters die. Just have fun with it. Okay, we're going to talk about Get Out, the alternate ending. I'm so glad they did not do this ending, because basically what happens, and this is a spoiler because we're talking about the ending, he basically kills her, and then his friend doesn't show up from the TSR, whatever, and TSA, and it's the actual police, and they lock him up, and he's basically in jail, and he goes off. So, and he's happy that I guess he feels like, he ended it, and he came into closure when he helped the lady who turned out to be the grandmother, and when she was hit, and so he sort of had a cathartic moment for himself. And he was cool with being in jail. And Jordan said that, at the time he did the ending, that's pretty much how things would have ended in real life. He at his last would have been locked up. But he said, as the climate changed and things changed and Trump got into office, he felt like people needed a hero. And so they did a alternate ending where it was his friend that shows up who instead of the police, and just like in the theater where I was at, everybody clapped and cheered and screamed, and they were just so excited and happy, because we're living in a time where the country is definitely divided. Half of the country is happy that Trump is in office. The other half is like mad because they know all the things that are going to happen while he's in office, even if he gets impeached. It only switches from him to Pence. So shit just rolls downhill. And so we are literally going to be living in 4 years of change, and hoping that the next, president that comes in reverses everything that Trump's done, because, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, a lot of people are discovering the changes that Trump is making. It's affecting not the rich, but it's severely affecting the poor. Even people who, and I don't want to talk. This ain't gonna become a Trump video, but even people who think of the Affordable Care Act as Obamacare was like, no, get rid of that shit. They don't want that because Obama is a part of it. His name is attached to it, and their racial prejudices has caused them to pretty much cut off their nose to spite their face. So now there's a lot of people facing losing their health care that they need because of their ignorance and hatred, and this is something you needed, and then the craziness of the different things trying to do, like saying rape is a is something that's I want to say preconceived. It's you know what I'm talking about. It's a pre-existing condition. You know, things like that. It's just, I mean, Ben Carson as, you know, HUD secretary. It's just crazy. There's just craziness and this greed, and a lot of Americans will feel the fallout of what happens when you put your prejudice ahead of, you know, what is right for you. Now, if you're in that 1% and you got plenty of money, or you're making 6, 7 figures deep and you're making good money, then you're gonna look at this video and go, what are you talking about? We're cool, we're happy, we're fine, we're fun. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. And Get Out's ending, new ending, reflected people really needing an escape. They need to see him literally get out. So, I don't know what Get Out 2 is going to be about. If it's just going to be a continuation, or if it's going to be an anthology or anything like that. But I really enjoyed the movie. I did not like the alternate ending, and the deleted scenes could have stayed deleted. There's one thing that he definitely noted that I'm glad that he explained. In the trailer, they showed the deer, which made it seem even scarier. But when he shows the scene with the deer, it really is out of place. It's not scary, and as he said, it would have taken a lot more money for them to fix the deer for that moment scare, when it really didn't do much for the story. So you know, all of the people who wondered where the deer was from the trailer, he explained that. So you know, it's good to see the behind the scenes and the explanations of why, you know, he did what he did, and it's always good to get into the mind of the writer and the director and their choices. And I've watched a lot of YouTube videos where people caught things that I didn't even think about, like when, you know, he literally had to pick cotton to put the cotton in his ears to save himself. So he picked cotton so he wouldn't die. Little things like that went over my head. But once there were some things that were obvious, like the bingo situation, which bidding on slaves and stuff like that. That stuff was obvious. And being a black person in America, and I'm a retired firefighter, which is a very racist organization to be in. I'm proud to have been a firefighter. However, you know, I can't not say it wasn't racist. I had my acting lieutenant leave me in a fire on purpose because he was a racist motherfucker. And when it was reported to my lieutenant, he looked at my lieutenant and said, yeah, I did it, so what, and walked out the room. The thing is, the acting lieutenant, his brother was the captain of the station, and his other brother was like another acting lieutenant on a different shift, who controlled the skin, which is the money that we use for like food and stuff. So he had plenty of family members in the fire department. There's a lot of nepotism. Even in my firefighter class, out of 55 people, me and one other person was the only people who didn't have family, friends, husband, wife, something in the fire department. There's so much nepotism. And so, you know, I've dealt with these situations, you know, the way people talk to you, the way they interact with you. You know, I could relate to a lot of this, you know, this casual racism. And there are a lot of people that are even racist, and I know it, just because they believe a lot of racial stereotypes and they assume that they're true, and it causes their behavior to be racist even though they don't mean to. So there's a lot of things going on in this movie that he experienced, that he put in the movie, and a lot of us black folks experienced it put in the movie. And I even had one of my friends, you know, which is a white guy, who saw the movie, and he said, I thought this was going to be a hate whitey movie. And he was like, you know, but it wasn't. You know, it really was a movie that made you think about behavior versus just demonizing people. So, you know, Get Out is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, see it. Definitely get the Blu-ray so that you can know behind, if anything you may have missed about the symbolism of the movie, listen to the other commentary, and you'll get another insight. And then there's also different clips and stuff that they put on here to explain things. The deleted scenes were the only thing that I was disappointed in, because they could have kept those, except for the deer one. But all the other deleted scenes wasn't that big of a deal. But, that's Get Out. Hopefully you will get out of this review and go straight to my other web series, Phoenix Tremayne's Detour. And like I said, try it. See if you get killed or if you survive. Episode 1 is out now. Episode 2 is coming out in a couple days. And, episode 1, can you escape the office without getting killed? And there's clowns and stuff in the building that are going to be trying to kill you. So check it out.